Hello, welcome back to Parser hacking or language hacking or whatever we're going to do tonight. It's late. I had a thing at my church where I was doing some volunteer work, so this is going to be a short video. Just going to try to bang out something that I didn't get to do last night because that video was quite long. So I thought I would work on our lambda mess that we left last night in the parser HPP header here. All these lambdas, I just was not in love with this. I want to turn these into member functions, or methods as I like to call them, but I know they're called member functions in C++. I want to turn them into regular member functions and then use some pointers to those. And so I had to look up how that's done because I've never done it before. And this is the syntax for referencing a member function as a pointer. So I'm going to use that. And then the way you call it looks like this. So you have your object dot star and then the name of your pointer. And then if you need to use the arrow, you can do the arrow star. So we're going to work on that, and hopefully this will go by really quick and won't be too hard. Let's just make sure that we left everything in a good state here. Parser test. So that looks great. And we're going to pull out these lambdas and put them in some private functions here. And change this to well, let's go up top and start with this one. What does it return? It returns a node pointer, I believe. Hopefully that's right. And then we get to delete those little square brackets, and that looks happy. This is also a node pointer. And this is a node pointer, and delete the square brackets. We are going to have to pass in the environment, so we don't get that from the closure. We're going to have to do that here too. env. And this one returns a function. So let's go look at that syntax one more time and see what does that look like. Where was it? So it's the return type, the class name, : star, pointer name, argument list. Okay, so I think I can remember that. It's going to be the return type of a node star, parens, parser, : star, and I don't need to give it a name, and then the arguments are nothing. Can that be a return type? That is the question. Is it going to be happy if I'm doing this? Expected a member name or a semicolon? Well, what did I do wrong? This is assuming you can use one of these pointers as a return type. What if we did this? What if we aliased this to, what would we call it? Parse fn? Parse fn1, or parse fn0, because it takes no args. And using parse fn0 equals, and then that. Now is it happy? Seems to be. Now we'll make a one for parse fn1, which takes, let's see, they're all going to take environment. So this needs to be 1 and this needs to be 2. So an environment pointer, and then this one's going to take a node pointer. So a null denotation returns a parse fn1, whereas a lefty notation returns a parse fn2. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Okay. I think we're getting somewhere. I'm just going to hit save so that auto formatting does its thing. And go back up to the top and look through this because that looks right. That looks right. Let's move these up a little bit to here. Actually, I wonder if it just made more sense where it was. Yeah, I'll just leave it there. So to return this as a member function pointer, I guess I need to say parser : star, possibly. Now let's go look at that web page one more time, because what did I do wrong? No, I have to do ampersand. Oh, right, that makes sense. So it's going to be an ampersand here, : and that makes that one happy. Can I just do ampersand without qualifying it? No, I have to qualify it with the class name. Cool. Okay. So what is unhappy here? We're not passing in the environment here. We're not passing in the environment here. You're still not happy. Called object type is not a function or a function pointer. Because to call it, I need to say this and that. Yes? Let's go look at the web page one more time. How do we actually call this? You wrap this in parens and you do dot star or arrow star. Okay, so the parens need to go here. Ah, look at that. That works. I have never done this before, obviously. So this was a little bit foreign to me. The syntax is a little weird. It's not a normal pointer. I'm not sure how the compiler handles that, but it is fascinating. So, let's just see if it worked. Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? It worked. That's awesome. And we get the benefit of having these individual member functions. I think it looks a little nicer. I think, well, it definitely looks a lot nicer. Where was it? It was all inside of parse expression, right? Yeah, so I had it all inside of parse expression. I had all these lambdas, which I like lambdas, but in this case, it just kind of made it messy. So we're going to use those member function pointers, and I believe we can get rid of functional now, which was slowing down our compilation a little bit too. At least I could feel it. So let's just look through this again. We got rid of functional. It's always nice to get rid of a header we don't need. Removed all these lambdas, moved them out to member functions, and then now we get to pass member function pointers around when we call null denotation or left denotation. Hey, not bad. Quick video. Thanks for hanging out. Let's go ahead and commit this. Refactor parser lambdas to member function pointers. Short and sweet. And I'm happy with that. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. And I'm going to keep trying to do a video a day for the next, I guess, 23 or 22 days now, sort of like an Advent thing. There was something on lobsters today. Advent of Open Source by Batsoff, and I thought this was pretty cool. That's sort of what I've been doing the last couple of years. Some people do Advent of Code, which is a 25-day calendar of coding challenges. I did that a few years back, and I really liked it, but at the end of the day, like, you're solving someone else's puzzles, and you don't really, I mean, you have the satisfaction of solving the puzzles, which I really enjoy, but I more enjoy building my own thing. So taking this idea of doing an Advent calendar of something you want to work on And Bats Off here is just working on all his open source, or her, I think it's his, open source projects every day in the month of December up to Christmas. And that's sort of what I'm doing, but I'm just working on Natalie, and right now we're working on the parser. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that other than my goal is to do a video every day for the next 25 days until Christmas. And I appreciate you hanging out with me. Some of them will be short, some of them will be longer. And this was definitely a shorter one. So I guess that's it. I will see you next time. Bye.